Archangel Michael says, "This is not a coincidence that you opened this right now. A wave of justice has already begun moving through your life like thunder in silence. What you are about to find out will release the pain you've carried for so long, and the person responsible will soon face consequences they cannot run from. Your tears have not gone unseen, and your voice, even in your silence, has been registered in the divine realm. What they did to you was not just an action, it was a spiritual violation, and the skies are no longer quiet about it. You may not see the signs yet, but behind the scenes, your justice is being formed with every heartbeat. There was a moment when you questioned your worth because of how this person treated you. They tried to rewrite your identity, mock your dignity, and steal your peace like it was theirs to take. But they forgot one thing: when they touched you, they touched a child of light, and the heavens do not allow such darkness to go unpunished. You may not have seen their guilt show on their face, but you will soon hear the sound of their downfall. They can hide from the world, but they cannot hide from what is already heading toward them. Their name is already marked by truth, and truth never hides forever. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, "Prepare yourself for emotional release. Your soul has waited long for this moment. You've been told to move on, to forget, to bury it, but healing doesn't come from pretending it didn't happen. Now, you are being granted divine closure, and this time, it's not on their terms. A higher force has taken over the case of your pain. You are no longer alone in this battle, and you don't have to carry the weight anymore. Justice is no longer something distant, it is already arriving like a storm that can't be stopped. There is a shift in energy surrounding you, and you'll start to feel it in small signs: a name being mentioned, a truth being whispered, a mask falling off. The person who traumatized you will experience exposure, not just socially, but spiritually. The shame they tried to place on you will reverse back upon them. You were never meant to suffer silently forever. You were never meant to be the one who walked away empty while they continued as if nothing happened. The balance is now being restored, and this restoration will echo in their life for a long time. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They will feel the weight of what they did, not because you cursed them, but because heaven has spoken. Their sleep will no longer be peaceful. Their thoughts will tremble every time your name enters their mind. They tried to bury your confidence. They tried to erase your sparkle with cruelty and manipulation. But your strength survived every hit, and now your strength is what is rising to the surface with unshakable power. What they took was never theirs to keep. What they broke will now be rebuilt stronger than before. The moment they decided to traumatize you, they signed a spiritual agreement with consequence. You are now stepping into a season of righteous reversal. The pain that once chased you will now begin chasing them. But this is not about revenge, this is about divine realignment. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You will witness things start to collapse around this person. It may look like coincidence to others, but you will know exactly why it's happening. Everything they did in secret is going to be brought into the light. People around them will start to question their character. The truth they buried will begin to smell like smoke even if no one set fire. That's how justice works when it's heaven sent. It unfolds naturally, yet it shakes everything. Some of the very people who doubted you will come back apologizing. They will admit what they refused to see earlier. And you will no longer feel the need to defend yourself, because the truth will defend you. You will feel your power return piece by piece. You'll walk lighter, breathe deeper, and sleep without fear. This isn't just about justice, it's about you getting your life back without the stain of what they did. Type Amen to get blessing 636, you don't have to chase closure anymore. Closure is chasing you, and it's wrapped in divine timing. Let go of the idea that healing depends on their apology. It never did. You were meant to rise, and they were meant to learn. They took your pain for granted, but pain is powerful when protected by the angels. And your angels have been watching this unfold from the beginning. You've been protected in ways you don't even realize. Certain doors didn't open because heaven refused to let you walk into more pain. That's love in silence. That's protection disguised as delay. Very soon, the wind will whisper your name, not with sorrow, but with strength. The one who once stood above you will now fall from their self-made throne. This fall will be public, spiritual, and unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 717. This person will have no choice but to confront what they did to you. Every lie they told will crumble under the weight of truth. The days of them hiding behind manipulation are over, and when it happens, you won't feel anger, you'll feel peace. Because deep down, your soul never wanted destruction. It wanted truth, and truth is what's finally showing up. They used fear as a weapon. They knew exactly what they were doing when they broke your boundaries. But now, that weapon has turned into their curse, and they will feel the same fear they inflicted. You are walking into liberation. A divine reset is unfolding for you. No more shadows. No more silence. No more walking with your head down. Type Amen to get blessing 822. They thought time would protect them. They believed distance would erase their cruelty. But the truth has a memory sharper than any blade, and it's coming forward without your effort. There is a divine document already written, and it has your justice in it. This is not just emotional release, it's a spiritual decree. And what heaven writes cannot be edited by human hands. You are being cleared from guilt you never deserved. You're stepping out of cycles that were never yours. The chains are breaking in real time, and the sound is thunderous in the spirit. You are not just surviving anymore. You are walking into restoration. Not by their hands, but by the hands that never failed you even when it was dark. Type Amen to get blessing 909. The person who traumatized you might try to act like nothing is happening. But inside, their world is caving in. Because they feel it too, this is not the same energy anymore. They will face rejection, embarrassment, and consequence in a way they never expected. This is not karma, this is divine correction. And divine correction never misses the target. You will no longer be haunted by flashbacks or tormented by their words. Healing is not a hope anymore, it is your new state. You are the evidence that pain can turn into purpose. Your glow will return. Your smile will no longer hide your wounds. You'll walk as someone who faced hell and came back holy. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Archangel Michael says, the timing of this message is not random. Your name was spoken in the courts of heaven, and justice was the response. You may not have heard the verdict, but your soul already knows. You are not alone in this process. Legions of light are surrounding you right now. This is the season of vindication, and the heavens are wide open on your behalf. Everything that was taken is returning multiplied. Your peace, your confidence, your sense of safety. They are no longer delayed. You will watch people who once laughed at your pain now remain silent in awe of your rise. You are not here to beg for justice. You are here to receive what is divinely yours. Type Amen to get blessing 1188. The tables have turned. What they meant for your destruction is now their mirror. They will see in you the reflection of everything they lost when they chose to cause you pain. You are rising not in bitterness, but in brilliance. Your story is not ending in trauma, it's transitioning into triumph. And no one can reverse what's already been set in motion. Let this be your release. Let this be the closure you never got. The winds are speaking your name in heaven, and the earth is responding. The trauma is ending. The healing is beginning. And justice is walking beside you into your new life. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You thought you were forgotten, but heaven was simply preparing the loudest answer in silence. This justice had to be delayed because the truth needed the perfect moment to strike with precision. Now that moment is here, and no force on earth can block it any longer. The person who traumatized you once smiled with confidence thinking they got away with it. But now, that same confidence is turning into confusion. Their plans are dissolving. Their lies are backfiring, and their circle is beginning to turn against them. They will notice unusual losses in their life, things they never thought would slip through their fingers. Opportunities will disappear. Relationships will break. Their own guilt will become their shadow, haunting them at every turn. Your spiritual team has seen everything. Every tear. Every breakdown. Every time you tried to carry your pain alone. Now, they are lifting you out of the mess someone else tried to trap you in. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. Your name is being cleansed in the spiritual realm. The dirt they thr. Rainfall. Soon, people who believe their lies will feel ashamed. The exposure won't come from you, it will come from what they can't control anymore. Their secrets will have a voice of their own. The same way they manipulated truth will now become their undoing. They underestimated your resilience. They underestimated the power of divine timing. But what they didn't know is that your soul was never alone, it was being guarded by the highest forces. Now you will walk into situations that honor your truth. Doors that once slammed shut will now open wide. You will be invited, celebrated, and remembered for your strength, not your suffering. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. They broke your peace. But now their own peace will collapse. The nightmares they gave you will now echo in their mind. This isn't revenge, it's the divine process of spiritual accountability. You don't need to watch them fall. You just need to walk away with your head high. What's coming for you is brighter than what's being taken from them. You'll begin to feel lighter. Not because the past didn't happen, but because it no longer owns you. It will be like stepping out of heavy chains you never realized you wore for so long. The person who traumatized you will be forced to live with their actions. And while they are trapped in the consequences, you will rise in joy, grace, and destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. The truth you once whispered to yourself will now be shouted by evidence. People who once turned their backs will now extend their hands, but this time, you will have the power to choose. That's how divine justice works. It lifts you and teaches you discernment at the same time. You won't be bitter, you'll be wise. You won't seek revenge, you'll glow with peace. You won't stay in survival, you'll live in celebration. A shift is taking place even now. In the spirit. In the unseen realm. You are being elevated above the ashes that once buried you. They thought they finished you. But they only helped awaken the version of you that cannot be broken again. That version is rising, Type Amen to get blessing 1777. Let your past be the proof that miracles exist. Because what's coming next will make people wonder how you made it through and still smile. And the answer will be simple: you were divinely carried. Justice has a rhythm. It doesn't always come when we want it, but it always comes when it's right. And your time has arrived. You'll look back at what happened, not with pain, but with pride. Not because you deserved it, but because you survived it. And that survival is turning into sacred victory. They will remember you. Not for being their victim, but for being the one they couldn't destroy. Because heaven said, enough. Type Amen to get blessing 1811. There is a new energy entering your body right now. It feels like peace, but deeper. Like strength, but quieter. This is the armor of justice wrapping around your soul. You'll notice random things start to fall into place. Conversations will begin that once felt impossible. Doors will open without you knocking. These are not coincidences, they are divine confirmations. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them act surprised when your life begins to bloom again. Their opinions will no longer have weight in your world. The light is returning to your eyes. The trembling in your heart is being stilled. And your soul is stepping into the safest place of all, divine favor. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Archangel Michael says, the person who tried to traumatize you wanted power over your peace. They didn't realize they were waking up your destiny. What they used for harm, the divine is now turning into your crown. You will wear this pain as proof of transformation. Not a wound, but a symbol of rebirth. Your story will speak healing into others, and your voice will carry the power of survival. You were not broken. You were being prepared. You were not left behind. You were being aligned, Eve. Everything that left will return in better form. Everything you lost will be replaced in divine timing. And everything they tried to destroy will now become your foundation. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Your next days are sacred. The energy around you is shifting to reflect your growth. You'll notice your spirit rejecting what once felt familiar, because you are no longer that version of you. You don't have to prove anything anymore. The truth will speak for you. The outcome will validate your experience. This is your sacred justice. No courtroom. No revenge. Just divine correction echoing in the spaces they thought they owned. You will breathe easier. Sleep deeper. Love freer. Because justice isn't just about punishment, it's about your restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You have been held in sacred hands. The kind of hands that mend what others tear. You are not weak for what you endured, you are divine for how you survived. The whispers of your name in dark rooms will now stop. Because those who spoke evil will begin to lose their power. Their names will no longer carry the same influence. Watch how they start losing favor. Watch how their luck runs dry. It's not your doing, it's divine alignment, and while their towers fall, you will be standing taller than ever. You won't need to clap back. You'll let peace speak on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They will see you in your glow and feel the sting of their actions. Not because you are gloating, but because your healing is undeniable. That's the kind of justice no human can take away. They will ask, how did you move on? But you won't have to answer. The universe will answer for you. Your future is brighter than your past is dark. The energy around you is no longer heavy with their cruelty. You've been cleansed. You've been chosen. Let the tears that once soaked your pillow now water your breakthrough. Let the memories that once haunted you now fade like mist in sunlight. You are becoming whole. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Their downfall won't be loud, but it will be thorough. One by one, their comforts will be taken. Until all that remains is the truth they tried to bury, and in that moment, they will remember you, not as someone they fooled, but someone who walked away and was elevated. They will regret not what they did, but who they did it to. You are powerful now in ways they'll never understand. Your silence is strength. Your peace is power, and from this point forward, your life will no longer be tied to their shadow. You are walking in light. Fully. Finally. Forever. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. They won't say it aloud, but they will feel it in the pit of their stomach. What they did is returning to them. Each lie they told is now unraveling. Each step they took away from truth is now crumbling beneath their feet. You won't have to lift a single finger. You won't have to speak out to make people believe. Everything hidden is coming into the light with undeniable clarity. This isn't the kind of justice that disappears after a moment, it's the kind that rewrites your story. People will see the difference in your eyes. They will know something sacred touched your life and lifted you from what was meant to destroy you. Every scar on your soul is now turning into wisdom. Every crack in your heart is being sealed by divine hands. And this healing will not just repair you, it will rebuild you stronger than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Let the ones who mocked your pain now witness your transformation. Let them feel the silence as your glow returns louder than their words ever were. You don't have to respond to what they did, your elevation is already the response. You're being led into rooms where trauma can no longer enter. The vibration of your soul is rising above the frequency of their actions. And in that rise, you are protected. They won't understand how you survived, how you healed, how you smiled again. But that's not for them to understand. Your journey is not their apology, it's your awakening. Your angels are moving through every area of your life. Nothing they tried to break will remain broken. Nothing they tried to delay will remain stuck. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Archangel Michael says, the chains have already fallen, you just need to take the next step. Walk forward even if you're unsure. The path is being cleared for you in real time. You'll begin to feel divine signs again, repeated numbers, names in dreams, flickers of light when you're alone. These are reminders that heaven is closer than ever. They are confirmations that what hurt you no longer has power over you. You may feel emotional suddenly for no reason, that's your body releasing the energy of the past. Let it flow. Let it exit. Your nervous system is adjusting to freedom, the voice that once trembled in fear is becoming your power. The eyes that once looked down are now seeing destiny. This is not a small shift, it's a divine awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. There is someone in your future that will help restore the parts of you that were damaged. You won't have to explain everything, they will understand by just looking at your soul. They will bring peace where others brought pain, you will laugh again. A deep laugh. One that shakes away the sorrow that's lingered too long. Your joy is not just returning, it's multiplying, and those who thought you would remain broken will be silenced by your strength. Your success won't be loud, but it will echo across timelines. From this moment on, you are no longer attached to what traumatized you. That person's grip has officially ended. What they planted in you has been uprooted. Type Am. Get blessing 2929. You are safe now, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. You are protected on all sides, surrounded by the highest light. The storm they caused has passed, the winds are now blowing in your favor. The clouds are lifting. The darkness they dragged you through will no longer cover your path. Let your heart soften again. Let it receive love again. Let it believe that not everyone is like them. The divine is preparing you for something greater than your imagination. And it's coming sooner than you think. Be ready, this new season doesn't carry your old pain. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. They may try one last time to play innocent, but this time it won't work. The energy has shifted. The universe no longer bends to their lies. Even those who once doubted your truth will see it clearly now. Their eyes will open. Their hearts will feel what you felt. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, it means you are no longer giving them space in your soul. You are choosing freedom over resentment. You are choosing peace over punishment, and that decision is what makes you untouchable. That decision is what crowns you in heaven's court. That decision is why your blessings are now chasing you. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. The next 7 days will bring clarity. A conversation, a confession, a document, or a divine dream, it's coming. And when it does, you'll feel the release, you won't question it. You'll know. It will feel like your soul is exhaling after holding its breath for years. Walk into this season with your head held high. Don't look back. What's behind you is no longer in control. Your destiny is too big to carry old chains. Let go. Rise up. Begin again, but this time, without fear. Type Amen to get blessing 3222.